Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the working with functions. Function is used to do any specific task. Function is used to decompose the large problems in small problems. Actually, large programs are very difficult to manage that one. If you want to delete anything or update that particular function, it is very difficult to manage that one. So that what we are doing, we will be doing to decompose these problems in small units. That is called the functions. In Python, it is simply a group of statements under any name. That is function name and can be invoked from other part of program. Suppose, through example, we can understand that one. Suppose we are going to develop a school management software and different tasks are there. Suppose like the key collection, registering students, library book issue, TC generation, result declaration, etc. So what we will be doing, every part have the different tasks. Whatever units are there, whatever various tasks are there, we will make the different functions for that. This is the collection of, module is a collection of functions. This is the set of functions. And this process is called the modularization. Library is a collection of modules. Module is a collection of functions. And we can use these libraries and modules in our Python programs. Now, modules contain set of functions. Function is a mainly two types. Built-in functions, that is also called the system-defined functions. And second, user-defined functions. User-defined functions which is defined by the user. That means user can create their own functions. What are the advantages of the functions? Now we will discuss this one. Function, suppose you want to perform the different task, one task many times. That means after creating the function, no need to write again and again the codes. After defining the function once, you can call that one many times. So it will save the time. So program handler easy. Program handling is the very easy. How this one is easy? Suppose if any problems is coming in the particular part of the program, we can go directly to that particular functions part and we can rectify that one. It will reduces the line of code also. That means once you created the function, no need to write again and again for using that particular functions. After defining once, you can call many times. Easy updating. Easy updating, that means any functions is there, and suppose any formula is written done mistake, you have written any mistake, any mistake in that one, you can directly go to that particular part and change that one. User-defined functions. What are the things related to them, and what are the keywords are required, what are the statements are required to define the particular functions. In user-defined functions, we can say first thing, it is DEF. DEF means this is the keyword, definition of the functions. This is the keyword. Second thing, function name. Function name, that means it is written by the user. It is defined by the user. User can write the any name of the function. Suppose user wants to write the function for calculating the cubes. So you can write here the DEF cube. Suppose you want to calculate something, calculate the sum of the three numbers, you just write down here the cal sum like that, something. And you can put the parameters also inside this bracket, open and close. And every, suppose here more than one variables are there, more parameters are there, that means you can separate that one through the comma symbols. And lastly, colon symbol will be there. After that, you can see statement 1, statement 2, that means multiple statements will be there. This is the body of the function. What are the points which is required to remember? Number 1, keyword DEF marks the start of function header. Function name must be unique. It should not be duplicate. And follow naming rules such as for identifiers. In programming, we know that how to make the identifier. Same thing here also, during the making the function name, we should follow that rules. Function can take arguments. This is not mandatory, it is the optional. Colon to mark the end of the function header. Function can contain one or more statement to perform specific tasks. Return statement is optional. If you want, you can write the return a value from the functions. Function must be called or invoked to execute its code. Now you can see function with no argument and no return type. This type of function is also known as void functions. You see the example def, this is the keyword for function definition. Name of the function is here welcome. Nothing is written in bracket open and close. That means no parameter, hence void return keyword not used. Now this is the body of the function. Written here welcome to Python function, example of void function. Invoking the welcome function. So when this part, when you call this function welcome, it is calling of the function. This is defining definition part of the function. This is calling part of the function. When you call this one, it will returns you that two things and no return type is used for that. Function with parameters but no return value. Parameters are given in the parentheses separated by comma. Here in this example, we have used the one parameter, that is the num. Table name of the function is the table. Def is the keyword for defining the function. For loop is there, I in range 1 to 11. Print num, and this multiplied by I, num multiplied by I. Int input by default, return value of the input function is the string type. So to convert in its equivalent integer into integer, we will use the int function and it will store in the n. Table n function is there which will return the value. Next thing is the second example. You can see function with parameters but no return value. Name of the function is here average. 4 different parameters are there, num1, num2, num3, num4, and every parameters are variables are separated by the comma. Now here calculating the average. For that we have to use the input first, input second number, input third number, input fourth number, and after that average function is called n1, n2, n3 and n4. When it will call, it will print the average value of the all four numbers. Function with parameter and return. We can return values from functions using return keyword. The return keyword must be used at the calling place by either store it in any variable or use with print function or use in any expression. You can see the different examples for that. Def, first example, name of the function is cube, single parameter is there, num, return num into num into num. It will later return input, enter any number. When you enter any number, it will convert into integer and store it n1. This n1 you are calling through, this is the function calling, storing in the another variable, that is the c. When you print the value of the c, it will gives you the all these cube functions. Second example is there, cube single parameter return, but here calling this function through print function. Inside the print function we are calling this function and it will return you the value. Next thing, with function we are adding some other values and storing in third variable and printing the third variable in print through the print function. Here also same thing, directly we are putting the cube functions value in single variable like this first variable and we can take the print out of this one. Function with return. The return statement ends a function execution if it is in the middle of function. Anything written below return statement will become unreachable code. Suppose here return A is written and after that if you are writing here something, it will not reachable in the program during the run in Python. So it will print you area of the circle. Function with return values. You can see welcome to the function. Name of the function is the welcome. Print welcome to the function. It will call welcome function means it will print the welcome, and print welcome function again called in the inside the print function. It will again printing the same thing. 2 times it will be printing. Next thing is the welcome function is called here, and the same function is here printing the welcome to function, but next one is not reachable. Why? Because it is written here the return. If return is not written there, that means it will print the 2 times, but after using this return it will print only the single times. Parameter and arguments in function. Parameters are the values provided in the parenthesis when we write function header. These are the values required by functions to work. If there are more than one parameter, it is must separated by comma. An argument is a value that is passed to the function when it is called. In other words, arguments are the values provided in function call or in invoke statements. Parameter is also known as the formal parameters, and arguments is also known as actual parameters. Function can alter any mutable type values. What are the formal and actual parameters? Here required, this is the most important also to know about that one. You can see the name of the function, area is there. Parameter, single parameter we are passing, that is the R. And here we are using the math library function. This is the library we are importing this one, math function, pi r square, and return a. So whatever parameters you are writing here in definition part, that is called the formal parameter. And calling time, what is the name of the function here? Area. In this area, inside the parameter, inside the brackets, you are putting the one variable. This variable is called the actual argument or actual parameters. So now this is the difference between the actual and the formal parameters, and how to use the functions about that one. Next chapter we will see, next part we will be discussing about the further use of the functions in Python.